Once I had my first taste of playing outdoors, it's indescribable. Nothing can beat it. To get out there skating on that and hear the crunch of your blades cutting through the ice, the wind blowing in your hair, you felt like Guy Lafleur out there. When I first came on board with Outset Media back in 2003, one of the lines that we did have was the Opoly games, property trading board games. One of the things that I worked on was Pond Hockey-Opoly. I think you're taking a very popular gameplay to begin with, the property trading board game, and putting it into a theme that is so popular in across Canada and in the northern United States. It's something that people identify with. For instance, instead of what people would be familiar with as Go, we have face-off. Instead of jail in our game, you go to the penalty box. And instead of just visiting the jail, we have just bench, which of course was the position I played most when I played hockey. We even have a little replica of the Stanley Cup. We have a mug, of course, you have that mug of some hot beverage when you're playing outside just to warm everybody up. Skates. Wouldn't be a game without it. Whistle, of course nobody likes whistles in pond hockey, but you do have to have one. And of course, the hockey stick. All the graphics that they've used are just excellent. They bring back a lot of the memories that you had playing outdoors. Another nice thing about this board is that it tells a lot of pond hockey enthusiasts where a lot of these other different pond hockey tournaments are being played. If you want to go way up north, there's one in Hay River, and you can't get much north than that, up in the Northwest Territories. And if you flip over the card, it tells you a little bit about it. Also up north, up near Fort St. John, there's one on Charlie Lake. Most pond hockey players are used to playing on lakes, out in the hills, surrounded by trees. Here's one right in Manhattan. So instead of trees, you've got skyscrapers all around you. Just make sure, you keep the puck on the ice in that one. Of course, there's the big tournaments. The big U.S. one in Morin Bay, which is on St. Ignace in Michigan. And then the Canadian counterpart, the national one on Peninsula Lake in Huntsville, Ontario, and that one's been going for a long time. That's a huge tournament. Being an Opoly game, where so many people are familiar with the gameplay, it makes an ideal gift. Well, probably the best place to find this game is a little independent game store, toy store. Certainly there's old geezers like myself who think back to the golden days of hockey that, I don't mind rolling the dice and skating around the board either.